Alright, I just finished my run after calisthenics in the park. That's already 2 full hours of listening practice that I've done. Gonna go in the sea a little bit, go home, shower, and start learning. See you in a bit. All right. Day number 3 of the 7-day language learning experiment. I've been working out and running while doing listening practice. Pretty hard. I would say I understand 1 or 2 words out of 10 for now, which is an improvement. It's much better than 0, right? I still have a lot to learn. Comprehension is improving, but slowly. I'm going to start with speaking today. And it's going to be difficult. I'm going to start doing listening and repeating drills. This is really important, not only for my own accent. I will speak better just by listening and repeating thousands of sentences. But my comprehension will also improve because if I pay a lot of attention to sentences and I repeat after and I try to imitate not only the accent but the intonation, the way the rhythm and the tempo of the cadence of the language, that will help me understand the language better. Those words that I can recognize in text but not when I'm listening, after a certain amount of listening and repeating, I will be able to recognize them. Yeah, listening comprehension is always more difficult than reading comprehension in most cases. Obviously, not in a language in which you don't know the writing system, right? But in most cases, if you know the writing system, reading is going to be easier than listening. So a lot of listening and repeating. Listening in general is going to be necessary if you want to understand the language well and speak it well. But listening and repeating is going to be very effective to help you understand better and also speak better, obviously. Do listening and repeating in complete sentences, yeah, so that you learn to speak in complete sentences. But it will mostly help you pronunciation. So I'm going to start with that today. I will do a few hundred sentences. I'll listen and repeat. I'll show you a few minutes of what I'm doing. I won't show you the whole session because nobody wants to watch that unless you're learning Swedish. But most of you are not interested in Swedish, so I will just show you basically what I'm doing so you can do it on your own with whatever language you are learning. And apart from that, I'm continuing with the rest of the exercises. Apart from the 2 hours of listening time during my run and calisthenics park workout that I was listening to Swedish the whole time. Again, I zoned out at points because, there were people and dogs and sound of the waves and the weather was nice. And yeah, you get distracted. It's okay. Just... and I'm pretty easy to distract, by the way. So yeah, it's no big deal. If you zone out when you're listening to language learning materials, especially in the beginning when you don't understand much, it's not a problem. It's just zone out a few minutes and then come back and keep listening to it and try to understand again. Even if you zone out for part of the listening session, if you listen to it for 2 hours, you will review stuff and a lot of the vocab that you learned. And I'm listening to the mini stories, right, which I've been reading a lot over and over again, so I can recognize the stories already. That's how you learn grammar as well, just by being exposed to the same stories over and over again, reading them, listening to them. Then I've been reading them again. After I go home, I've been reading them one more time. So now, when I listen again tomorrow in my next run, I will understand more. Hopefully. No, hopefully it's going to happen. Definitely it's going to happen. And so on and so forth. And normally, I don't know how much I will improve in 7 days. If this lasted 30, then I would end up understanding everything. everything. In 7, it's pretty ambitious, right? But yeah, I'm also memorizing more vocab. So I think I think yeah, simply by memorizing more vocab and reading and listening a lot, these same stories over and over again. I think by the end of the week, I will understand everything from those stories. Then it's going to be harder with real life voices, right? Podcasts or conversation, that's going to be much harder. But at least the stories, I will learn them in 7 days. And I will start with the language islands. But I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. Today, I'm going to start with the listening and repeating because I want to work on my listening comprehension. And I want to start repeating things aloud that are correct. With the language islands, I'm 90% sure that most sentences will be good with the translator, but I'm not 100% sure. And also, the audio is going to sound kind of robotic, and I much rather start working on my speaking skills and my accents, especially with purpose-made audio files that are for that. Yeah. So I will. Yeah, I think I've been talking for a while now, repeating myself. So I'll just start with the exercise. Listening and repeating. All right.
Försvinn.
Försvinn.
Gå inte.
Och inte.
Fall inte.
Fall inte.
Kom igen.
Kom igen.
Hon har.
Hon har.
Hon läser.
Hon läser.
Lär dem ut. Lär dem ut.
Lär den ut.
Lär dem ut.
Lär den ut. That sounds weird.
Han dansar.
Han dansar.
Den flyger. Det flyger.
Mm?
Den flyger. Det flyger.
Det flyger.
Det regnar.
Det regnar. Yeah, this one I will visualize. So, as Ragnar from Vikings with rain.
Gör något.
Ja, något.
Gör något.
Ja, något. This is ja? Jesus.
Gör något.
Ja, något. Yeah, they've got some weird rules here.
Han tänker.
Han tänker.
Är jag sen?
Är jag sen?
Mår du bra?
Mår du bra?
De går ut.
Den går ut.
De går ut.
Den går ut.
De går ut.
Sounds like done. But what does that come from here? Den går ut. This is why listening and repeating is so important. Because I would say this like det går ut.
De går ut.
Den går ut.
Vad gör du?
Vad gör du?
Vad gör du?
Vad gör du?
Jag arbetar.
Jag arbetar.
Han skrattar.
Han skrattar.
Vad gör de?
Vad gör de?
Tror du mig?
Tror du mig?
Kan du simma?
Kan du simma?
Bara i morse.
Var det i morse?
De är hemma.
De är
De är hemma.
hemma. Sounds like there's an M there.
De är hemma.
Or like an N. M. De är hemma.
De är hemma.
De är hemma.
Det är sent.
Patient.
Han är sjuk.
Han är sjuk. Sjuk?
Han är sjuk.
Han är sjuk.
Han är sjuk.
Han är sjuk. This is sjuk? I would have said something like sjuk. Yeah, this is some wild pronunciation rules.
Vart går de?
Vart går de?
Vart går de?
Vart går de?
Var äter du?
Vad äter du?
Vart går hon?
Vart går de?
Vad gör han?
Vad gör han?
Låt oss gå.
Låt oss gå.
Låt oss gå.
Låt oss gå. So this is like an O.
Låt oss gå.
Låt oss gå.
Kommer bussen?
Kommer bussen?
Vad läser du?
Vad läser du?
Bussen är sen.
Bussen är sen.
Vart går hon?
Vart går de?
Ska vi gå ut?
Ska vi gå ut?
Jag har en bil.
Jag har en bil.
Var är han nu? Var är han nu?
Var är han nu?
Ha det så kul.
Ja, det är så kul.
Är du hungrig?
Är du hungrig?
Jag är trött.
Jag är trött.
Jag ska gå ut.
Jag ska gå ut.
Jag äter inte.
Jag äter inte.
Var är barnen?
Var är barnen?
Äter han ägg?
Äter en ägg?
Äter han fisk?
Äter en fisk?
Det snöar inte.
Det snör inte.
Jag är hungrig.
Jag är hungrig.
Vad behöver du?
Vad behöver du?
Vad behöver du?
Vad behöver du?
Hon äter inte.
Hon äter inte.
Låt oss dansa.
Låt oss dansa. Wow, this is going to be difficult. I'll spare you the next hour of me listening and repeating these sentences and the next. But I'm gonna do, these were 50 of them. I'm going to do hundreds a day from now on. This is going to be very difficult. Much more than expected. But it's very important and it will help me understand when I listen. It will help me understand better, and also it will help me speak better. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with more Swedish.